Hey everybody, appreciate everybody coming in tonight. Tonight I do have a really special guest. We're going to try to help him get up on his hours and his subscribers and everything like that. So I will bring him up in a minute. But first, let's check out our guest right here. I mean our chat. Hey Spirit Bros, how you doing? Hey PW, how you? Hey May, appreciate you coming in. Jared, how you doing, buddy? Appreciate you also. Baby girl vibes, how you doing? Appreciate you. Let's see here. Hey, Jamie, how you doing? Appreciate you so much for coming in, hanging out. Can't stay long, buddy. I gotta be up early as on holiday for a week. Just wanted to show some support. Appreciate you, buddy. Thank you so much. I hope y'all have fun and have a good trip and safe trip. Saying hey everybody. Hey Skinner, how you doing? Appreciate you coming in. Hey Bud Files, how you doing? Appreciate you so much. Our guest name is Exploring With SamTv. He is awesome. That's right. Appreciate that, PW. Everybody's saying hey. Hey Baker, how you doing, buddy? Appreciate you coming in. Thank you so much. All right. So everybody, September the 7th, we are having our group cookout, and we also doing the Trivet Clinic. That we should be going live around about 8 o'clock at the clinic on September the 7th. It's going to be my whole group, so there's going to be 7 of us and maybe a guest. I don't know. I'm gonna try to talk my wife in going with us this time, so she didn't get to go with us this past weekend. So we will see. Hey David, how you doing? Hey KK, how you doing? Appreciate you coming in. Thank you so much. All right, so everybody, let's welcome our guests in tonight. We're going to be on here for probably about an hour and a half at the most, and we're going to try to, like I said, help him move his channel forward, and we're going to find out a little bit about him and his channel, and he's going to try to give us some paranormal experiences and stuff like that. So here he is, and let's make him welcome. Hey buddy.
Hey, what's going on?
Well, not much. How you doing?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Appreciate you coming on tonight, buddy.
Yes,
I've
sir.
been waiting for this for a pretty good while.
I think we planned it last year or a year and a half ago, and I had some family problems, and I just couldn't make it. So
yeah. We, like I said, we've been playing it for a pretty good while. Just couldn't ever get together up on everything. Hey everyone in the chat, I can't stay. Unfortunately, I've got to be up early, and it's already 2 a.m. here. I just wanted to say hello and say hi to my brother before I head off in the morning. Okay, appreciate you, buddy. Thank you so much. Like I said, I hope you have a good, wonderful holiday, as y'all say it, which we call it vacation here in the U.S. All right, Sam, tell us a little bit about yourself.
well, my name is Sam. Everybody out there knows. 53 years old, even though I don't look it. Just a easygoing guy, and try to have fun with whatever I try to do.
Okay. What got you into the paranormal / exploring and stuff?
Well, it started when I was a kid. We was living in Florida, and shoot, I can't remember how old I was. Probably I was old enough to be in kindergarten, first grade, somewhere in that area. And I remember we had went to bed one night, and something had woke me up. And I had a bunk bed in my room, and something had woke me up, and I kind of rolled over and looked. And as kids, we always like to play with empty boxes,
Yeah.
And I had an empty box in my room, and I seen this shadow keep coming in and out from behind that box.
Yeah.
And it didn't scare me. It didn't frighten me. It didn't want to cry. I didn't, you know, I seen it, and you know, it passed in and out a couple of times, um, and I just rolled over and went to sleep.
Yeah.
And I've had similar experiences like that throughout my life. You know, um, like I said in one of your chats before, I think when you was on with Spirit Brothers, um, it started getting to the point to where I could start feeling things and be in certain areas of abandoned place, and either my head will start hurting in certain areas, or my chest and stomach, you know, just wherever. And somebody told me, I talked to a somebody that's been doing it for a pretty good while, and they told me that that's the spirits showing you that's how they passed.
Yeah.
I got to where I could feel coldness that would pass by me, you know, um, chills without having your hairs stand up. You know how you get goosebumps and your hair stand up. Well, I
Yeah.
would chills like that, but my hairs and stuff wouldn't stand up. Um, how I got started in doing the paranormal, I had just I hadn't been part of YouTube long. Hadn't been to nobody's chats. I just signed up, started watching YouTube videos, and the first person I come across and started watching videos of was oh my gosh, and him doing his paranormal stuff, you know, ghost hunting and stuff like that. And I was like, man, I want to get into something like that because of the experiences that I've had, you know, growing up as a child. So that's what I did. You know, I started out. My channel name was Exploring with Sam Jr. Um, Junior came later because when everybody started looking me up, Exploring with Sam, they always come up with Sam and Colby's channel, you know.
Yeah.
So I thought, well, I need to put something on the end of it. So when somebody looked me up, it'll go right to my page instead of somebody else's. So that's what I did. I put Junior on it.
Yeah.
And I wanted to do more than just paranormal. I wanted to do exploring, you know, go to historical sites and, you know, do little, you know, stuff on it.
Yeah.
So I started out with iPhone. I think I filmed for, you know, 3 or 4 videos with an iPhone um, over here right next to me that used to be back in the 1940s, early 40s. It used to be called Camp P. That's where they trained the military. And then several years after that, that failed. They moved up around Nashville, I think it was, and they turned it into a POW camp, and it was called Camp Forest. And there's back all in there today. There's still foundations still set up. So that's what I did. I took my iPhone, started filming, uh, done a little history, you know, as I was filming it and stuff. And I thought once I wanted to do paranormal stuff, I'm like, man, I can't use a necrophonic app and film with my phone at the same time.
Hey Yoda, how you doing, buddy?
So I kind of just shut down for, you know, 4, 5, 6 months, saved up, and bought my first camcorder off of Amazon.
Yeah.
And I downloaded the necrophonic app, and then I started doing cemeteries.
Okay. That's pretty cool right there. Uh, when did you when did you start like doing you videos and stuff for YouTube? When did you have your first YouTube channel?
I think it was back in 2020,
Okay.
August or May of 2020, I believe, is when I first started my first upload.
Oh, okay.
So I've been into it for going on, well, I'm in my 4th year of it right now.
Well, that's pretty cool right there. I remember watching you on several other channels in the past. That's how I got to knowing you, and then I just fell out with everybody around, you know, and just not been on YouTube for a while. And then I seen you started doing your own lives and stuff, and then I said I need to go check him out a little more, you know, just to venture out. And I do like your content. I liked when you sit there and you do your spirit box and stuff, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah. YouTube is funny that way. You have a falling out with people, and you just don't want to. You get to where you just don't want to do it no more, and then it's like I was telling you earlier. I just got to say, hey, I can't let these people beat me, so I'll just get back out here and get to it and do it on my own.
Yeah. Hey, Parasolo, how you doing, buddy? Appreciate you coming in. Thank you so much. Uh, what what uh what kind of style do you like when you go to cemetery? Do you like to walk through the cemetery and do a video, or do you like sit down like I do, set stuff up and stay there for a while, or do you just want to try to explore the more of the cemetery you can?
During the daytime, that's what I like to do. I've got several different ghost apps on my phone now that I've been messing around with and that I've gotten to know pretty well. I'll run like the Ghost Tube Vox.
Yeah.
I'll run it. I've got a little thing on my tripod that will hold my phone, so I can hold the Bluetooth speaker and hold the tripod at the same time.
Yeah.
And I'll just walk through the cemetery, stop along the ones that I think are pretty interesting, and have a little chat and see if they want to talk. But during the daytime, that's what I like to do, is try to walk the whole cemetery. But at night, I'm kind of like you. I want to find a good one that, like the Witches Cemetery that I've got not far from me. I'll spend time with just her stone, and I'll go to where they do the fires and mainly the rituals and ceremonies and stuff. I'll go over there and spend a little time. But at night, that's what I like to do, is I'll pick one good one and stick with that one stone.
Yeah. That's me. I just give out too quick. I'm a big old fat boy, and I can't move all over at cemetery, especially
I
when,
feel you. I'm pretty up there in weight too. So
going up them hills and down them hills is something else. Give
yeah.
out. Let's see. Hey, David, how you doing? Appreciate you coming in, buddy. Thank you so much for being here.
Hey, everybody in chat.
Y'all, this is Sam. He is a good guy. I actually enjoy watching his content. I know I don't get over there very often, but just like last night, we left. I jumped on your live, and me and my dad was watching you as we was driving home. So
Well, that's what I was trying to say last night when I went live. I seen that you was live and seen that several people was in there, and I was like, man, I didn't know he was live. And people were jumping over. I said, man, y'all don't have to jump over here. Go back over there real quick. Because I don't like pulling people off somebody else's live.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I just
But
it
I
didn't
think
matter to me. We was actually getting ready to leave anyways. I was getting tired of standing there.
I think May had come in and said you went ahead and you had shut down anyway. So
Yeah. It was pretty good. It was pretty active, but not as active as I want it to be. But we did have a good little session going on.
well, that's good. That's good. You always do, man. Especially over at that bridge. That bridge just amazes me.
Yeah. Fortunately, we can't go to the bridge anymore.
That's sad.
Fortunately, we're not allowed to be there no more because somebody claimed it, and that's all because we got what the evidence we have got from the bridge. So.
Yeah.
But so what is your goal for your channel? I mean, what is the main reason that you really want to do it, to get your investigations out there and your exploring, to show people that can't get out and do stuff?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you think you got people that are wheelchair bound that can't get out, or they're tied up in bed because of a sickness that that's prolonging them to get up and get out. But yeah, that's basically my goal, is to share my experience with what I find on the paranormal side, and the exploring stuff. That's another thing, because some people, I don't know anybody on YouTube that's from my area, so I like to share, like I was telling you a while ago about Camp P and Camp Forest over here. It's been, like I said, back in the early early 40s, like 1939 to 1941, 42. I think it was a training camp. You know, a lot of people don't know that
Yeah,
because so many people move to the area. They don't know the history around here,
yeah.
and I like to share that and get that out there.
My friend Baker, no, we've been talking about the bridge that I couldn't go to the bridge
Yeah.
anymore, but he said we're still looking for you a good place, friend. Well, see, that's another good thing. I've got good friends. Baker's been my friend for God knows how long. I actually work with him, so I guess he has to be my friend, or But he's a good guy. He's what helped us get several good locations for us, and it's always good to have some people around, that can actually get you into places and talk with you. If you don't know them, they might know them real good.
Not around here. I know several people around here. I know I've been the bank that I deal with. I've been with them for years now, and I go in there every once in a while and say, "Hey, do you know a good spot?" I don't nobody tell you nothing. Even if they know, they won't tell you.
Yeah,
Um, they just people don't want to get involved with stuff like that. And there's so many no trespassing signs around here. Even in the city, you don't have to put no trespassing signs in the city, but people do it anyway.
yeah,
You know, they just people don't want to. They don't want to bother with people.
yeah.
So it's kind of hard to find new stuff around here to do.
That's right. Sneer says, "Glad you filmed the bridge while you could." Yeah, that was. I mean, I took advantage of it because I know sometime along the line that's gonna backfire on us. So,
Yeah,
uh,
and that's sad too. You find a location that you really enjoy doing, and then you just somebody else takes it over, or you get run off by authorities because they don't want you out there no more. It's sad.
but it's on. But we're just heading on to bigger places, better things. So that's the way I look at it. So
Yeah,
I ain't losing nothing. I'm gaining.
yeah, yeah.
Uh, So Spirit Brother says, got to get some sleep, everyone. Jonathan, have a blessed week. Sam, hope you're well, bud. Don't forget to support and subscribe, Cops and Sam. Send love, support, and stay on the hunt, everyone. Appreciate you, Spirit Brothers. Thank you so much, buddy.
Thank you, Spirit Brother.
Native Wild Man, how you doing, buddy? Appreciate you coming in. Let's see. Everybody's saying hi and goodbye to Spirit Brothers. Wow, I didn't know you couldn't go to that bridge anymore, John. Yeah, it's been a while. One of my old members in the group kind of got his feelings hurt, but like I said, if you're gonna be in my group, you gotta respect my rules. I can't take you out there and you high as three kites and can't hardly walk because you just staggering and falling everywhere. So that's just don't fly right with me.
Yeah, that's no good.
Yeah, you just causing problems with yourself and with everybody around you. I seen one come in here.
What's up,
Hey,
Dan?
D and M
Yeah.
Paranormal. Appreciate you coming in. Thank you so much. Uh, everybody saying hey. Uh, all right, so I did have a good question for him. I lost track of it.
I'm like it too.
Uh, what is your favorite places to investigate? Like houses or just anything you can get your hands on? Or
Well, houses and abandoned buildings and stuff like that is pretty much null around here because if a building becomes empty, vacant, something else is going right into it.
yeah,
So there's nothing. I tried to go to a hospital in the city that I was born and raised in. They used it a couple of times as a haunted house. The maintenance guy, I did call the. There's an old folks home, a nursing home right beside it. I called them to find out who I need to talk to about doing the hospital, and she didn't understand what I was talking about. And I just broke down and told her. I said, "Look, I got a YouTube channel. I do exploring, I do paranormal stuff, and I need to see who I can get into about getting into the hospital.
Yeah.
And she said, well, our maintenance guy usually takes care of it, but we don't do stuff like that because of liability concerns. So,
Yeah.
stuff like that. But basically, I have fun with the cemeteries around here.
Yeah.
Like there's one cemetery that's got like 300 to 400 Confederate soldiers in one area, and
Yeah.
they've got a big monument in the center where they're all buried at. I love going there. That whole cemetery is active. I get good responses out of there, a lot. And then the Witch Cemetery, which is Camp Forest Cemetery, um, that place is active too. That's the cemetery that I seen the red eyes that are about 8, 9, 10 foot up in the air. That followed me through the cemetery.
Yeah. That's very interesting. I like to go to that cemetery.
It's there's another YouTube channel that we filmed that cemetery together,
That's cool.
and they like that cemetery too. They've been
Yeah.
to it a couple of times, um, without me. They'll come over here and just do it.
Yeah. But see, that's I think when I saw you first or the second time, y'all had just got back from Brushy Mountain. Tell us a little
Yeah,
bit about the place.
Brushy Mountain is, of course, when you go to any haunted place, you're gonna have your days, nights, areas that's gonna be where you're gonna get activity from or responses. I got a little bit from, I think it was the laundry room. I got quite a few taps and stuff going on. But that night that we went, the most active place was D Block. D Block. I had seen a new YouTube channel where a spirit smoked a cigarette, and I was like, man, I want to experience that some point in my life.
Yeah,
And D Block at Brushy Mountain, I watched the spirit toke on a cigarette.
that's pretty cool.
Cat ball lights going off. K2 meters was just pegging.
Yeah,
It's an awesome place to go to.
yeah,
But like I said, you're going to have your days and you're going to have your nights that, you're going to get something and then you may not.
yeah. Hey, Vegas Paranormal, how you doing?
She's,
Appreciate you.
she was there with us.
Yeah, yeah. I just got done watching some of their premiere just a few minutes ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah. Uh, yeah, we had the same thing happen when we went to
Hey, Vegas.
uh, daggone it, the Sane Asylum up in Virginia. It was really active the night, but we didn't have a good investigation because the people that was there that's looking after it, they had to have security people there, and they followed us around. They was guiding us around and stuff.
Yeah.
And when they had to leave, go out and smoke them a cigarette, we had to leave. We go get our stuff set up for about 10 minutes and take it down. Had to go back outside.
Yeah.
We didn't get good experience there at that place, and I do want to go back. But when I go back, I want to ask for different guides and
Well,
not.
see, we had at Brushy, they give you a tour of the place. I
Yeah,
think it's like a 15 or 20-minute tour, and then they cut you loose. They don't bother you the rest of the night. But when it's time to get out, you better get out, or they will lock you in there. She told us. She said, y'all got to go, or we will lock you in.
Lord.
But yeah, that's the next thing I want to do on my bucket list is a sane asylum.
Yeah, they're pretty fun. Right? The one we went to is one in Virginia up in Radford, and it was really, really, really crazy. We was initiating some of our members into this dark hallway, and it was dark. I mean, you couldn't even see past your nose hairs.
Yeah.
And I done went through it several times, and I was in the back the last time we went through, and I thought, if y'all don't hurry up and get, and I'm not scared of the dark, but I
Yeah.
told myself, if y'all don't hurry up and get on down this hallway, I'm going to overrun y'all, because I was in the back and I heard, in the hospitals, people will walk with their no socks on and no shoes or nothing, and you can hear the bare feet hitting the
Yeah.
floor. That's
Yeah.
what I heard behind me. Sounded like it was following me. behind me. And it wasn't but just one spirit. It seemed like there was about 3 or 4 back there.
Oh man.
And that's all you heard, like that there walking on the ground. And I told them, I said, if y'all
better go.
don't get going now, I said, I don't like anything following me. And I said, I'm getting ready to mow y'all over.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I said, y'all need to get on down the road. But Sam, you can come to my channel. Don't feel like you ran from it.
You got it. If I can get the notifications, I don't look at my phone too much these days.
Yep. That's it, St. Albans. That's one I went to. It's a pretty good place, pretty good location. It's just, I just didn't have that experience because of the way they followed us around and took us around, and they wouldn't let us go out on our own. We had to have them right there, right with us.
Dang, that's no good. That don't make an investigation fun.
And if I pay you $600 or to $1,000 to investigate a place, I want to be able to go to the bathroom on my own way.
Exactly.
I ain't gonna sit there for that much just to, let them try to tell me what I can and what I can't, because you had to sign a waiver and you had to sign a piece of paper saying that if you film anything, they have got to look and see if it's anything that contains anything that they tell you, and you catch something there that's not, they tell you and they can claim it or stuff.
Yeah.
So I said, no, that's it. Nah.
That's what I liked about Russia. Even though the girls, it's like what Vegas said a while ago, the girls, they wasn't the most hospitable people to talk to, but they did, they give us a little 15 or 20-minute tour, told us where we could go or whatnot, and let us go. So we could go anywhere we wanted to, go back to our equipment, change batteries if we wanted to, cameras, whatever, and get back to it.
All right, so Baker says, good night, everyone. This old timer turned in to see you in the morning, buddy. All right, see you in the morning, man. Appreciate you coming in, hanging out for a bit. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Vegas said it's good. We just did. So, that's cool.
The Washoe. I might have to watch that one.
The one they had on tonight was pretty good. I don't know. I didn't see the caption of it, the title or nothing, but it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Very interesting. So also, let's see, when are you going to try to stay in Tennessee, or are you going to try to venture out, move to different states to explore?
That's what I wanted. That's what I want to try to do. I don't really. An 8-hour drive is about all my butt can take.
Yeah.
Because man, when you're younger, you can do a 12-hour stint with no problem and still ready to go. But as for me, as I'm getting older, the heat's getting to me a little more. I can't really, the summertime is just not for me. That's the reason I'm not doing any videos during the summer stint. Now the fall, I'll get back out here, and when the weather starts cooling down, I'm going to start hitting cemeteries again, just like I did before. But I'd like to travel. There's a guy I want to go to see up in Kentucky, which is like probably a 4 or 5 hour drive, and try to do some filming with him. I'd like to try to get out your way one of these days and try to do something.
Yeah, you're more welcome to get here, because we got some good places and everything. So I would love to get you over there on that. At the clinic is one of them, and at the big cemetery we was at last night. I'd like to get you right there. That's a pretty good area. Hey Vicky, how you doing? Hey Lisa, appreciate you coming in. Thank you so much. Uh, yeah, we got several good places here that you can spend 2 or 3 hours and you can get just as much. You really don't have to spend all night there because you'll get tired sometime or another, and
Yeah.
but after about 3 hours, that's all I can handle. Now, when we go to the battleship, it's just pretty much 12 straight hours of investigating, and cause you get there at like in the evening around 6:30 when they're closed, and they won't open up until about 9 next morning. So you got all that time right there to film. You can call out and get pizza, but you can't get them idiots to see anything where you're at.
Right.
we My cousin Shasta, we was on the phone for them pizza places like for an hour and a half trying to get us some pizzas delivered. Finally, somebody went out and got sandwiches and brought them back
Yeah.
because they couldn't make them see anything.
But yeah, anything over 6, 7, 8 hours, I'm gonna have to fly.
Yeah,
So, which really these days, the way gas prices are, you're going to pay just right around the same amount for a flight as you would for gas anyway. So
yeah, yeah. Also, too, when we had the battleship trip, everybody come, and we had one guy. Well, two groups from Pennsylvania came down. They drove 16 hours straight, come from all the way north side of Pennsylvania, come down and investigated and drove right straight back.
dang. Now, see, if I had somebody else that was going with me,
Yeah,
we could split the drive time up.
yeah,
You know,
yeah. There ain't no one word I can stay in the car for 16 hours and do a little bit that night and not get no rest and drive back as soon as you get done
that's
filming.
that's crazy.
You talking about that'll make anybody tired.
Wore out for a week.
Yeah, it'll make your babies more naked, that's for sure.
Yep.
Let's see here. Everybody just talking in the chat for a little bit. Let's see.
That's one thing I want to do too is a battleship. I think there's one down there in Alabama too, ain't there?
I think there's
That
one
people
in
do.
Alabama, and there's also another one. There's one in South Carolina too.
Is there?
Yes, USS Yorktown, I think, is in South Carolina.
Sounds familiar.
Uh, I think it's Baker went to it not too long ago, a couple years ago, I think he said, and he was telling me about it. And I would like to go do a submarine too. That would be pretty cool.
I've been on one.
That'd be
I
awesome.
wasn't. I wasn't there exploring it. That was what I was going to. As when I went into the Navy, was a submarine. I was going to be a submariner.
Oh, really?
And let me tell you something. If you had to go under general quarters, because the passageways are just a little bit wider than shoulder length.
Yeah.
So when somebody passes you, you have to stand to the side. I mean, it's if you're claustrophobic, don't get on one.
Good
Don't
Lord.
get on one.
Yeah.
I had them send me to the surface fleet.
Mm. Cause accident if not doing stop breaks on long drive. That's right, Vicky. You're right. 16 hours. That's a pretty good long to not take a break and get home.
That's a good hump.
Yeah. Yes. And that USS Enterprise got scrapped. Oh yeah, that's crazy. Oh, good night, David. Appreciate you coming in, buddy. Thank you so much. Well, one thing before I forget it, appreciate your service and everything. So, thank you for
Thank you.
that.
Thank you.
Here at C.O.P.S, we do uh, appreciate all our veterans and everything because my dad is a veteran and pretty much about everybody in my family has been in the service some point in their life. And so, thank you and appreciate you for that.
Thank you.
Let's see. Everybody saying good night. Would either of you want to investigate the Key West Museum? And I would like to go. I've done one museum in my day, but it was really pretty cool. But at the time, we had a team member that kind of showed out, and I didn't have a good night that night. Kind of messed me up, and I just didn't care about investigating. So
Yeah. I'd like to do a museum.
yeah. Uh, let's see. Of course, we're big here in Andy Griffith's area where I'm at, around Mayberry, North Carolina. So I'm trying to uh, get up there and do some stuff around like Floyd's, not Floyd's, but well, yeah, on Main Street. I want to get in there doing them old buildings. There's a old North State Winery. It says
Yeah.
super haunted. It's on Main Street of up there in Mayberry, and it's kind of nice. And when you drive by there, you do get a feeling. When they added
Really?
on to the building, I think it's the part where they make the wine at, when they was
Yeah.
adding on to the building, they actually dug up some bones, human bones, remains underneath the building.
No kidding.
Yeah, and they named one of their wines after some kind of bone or whatever, and they
Yeah.
have a picture of a hand bone on the bottle.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. Hey, Auntie Mama, how you doing? Appreciate you coming in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Uh, the most decent naval ship in history. Oh yeah, that's I would like to go check that out one of these days. I want to go to the World War II museum down in uh where's that where Japanese bombed? Pearl Harbor.
That's where I was stationed.
Oh,
Yes, sir. I
we
was
have got
stationed in Pearl Harbor.
we have got to talk about that later.
Man, it'd take you an hour to go around the whole freaking island on a bus. It's not big at all. But Battleship Row, man, I'm telling you, it's something to experience.
Yeah, you have to tell me some stories about that one of these days, about some places down there.
And I don't know if you've seen any like documentaries on TV about the USS Arizona, about how the oil slick it still comes up to this day.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Mm.
you still see it because they've got that memorial that you can go out to and walk.
Yeah.
Yeah, you every once in a while you can see a big 2 foot but 3 foot or 5 foot area of oil slick comes from it.
That's very interesting. I have to get you to tell me some stories about that. That'd be pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Let's see what Vicky had to say. Last week I found that Aunt B's cookbook my mom had. Oh, that's cool.
Aunt B's cookbook.
That's very cool. Cause matters of fact, I don't know where mine's at, but I got one over there too, somewhere or another on that junky shelf. But it's I got it to send out to somebody, but I can't remember who it was, so I lost track and I just kept it, put it on my shelf. I might do a giveaway with it one day and do a giveaway and have it as one of the prizes to give away. You can check out the ship. It was sold for scrap. Oh, okay. I'll get a look into that. It's a small world after all. It sure is. It sure is. Uh, so tell us a little bit more about your channel and how they can go and find it and everything like that.
Well, it's I had to change. This is another thing that I had to change the name. Of course, I used to be Tennessee Paranormal Sam. You might ought to bleep that out when you get this because it's copyright. There's a great Facebook group here in Tennessee, and the guy that used to own it, it was just called Tennessee Paranormal Ghost Tours, and he sold his business, and somebody bought it out and changed the name to Tennessee Paranormal.
Yeah.
So I contacted him. I was part of the group. I contacted him to see. I said, hey, I've got my YouTube channel name is Tennessee Paranormal Sam. have you copyrighted the name, or do I need to change it? Dude, it's 2 weeks. Nobody got in touch with me.
Yeah.
So I went ahead and changed my name back to Exploring with Sam, and instead of putting Junior on the end of it, I put TV.
No.
I don't really like the Junior on the end of it.
Yeah.
It took me forever to figure out what I wanted to put on the end of it. So I thought TV's pretty cool, you know.
Yeah.
But it's the channel is just, you know, about paranormal stuff, exploring. I want to kind of do, and of course this summer is all I've been doing is live streams, which everybody seems to enjoy anyway.
Yeah.
You know, I've gotten to where I'll rotate nights and do a spirit box session one night, and then another night or two I'll do a regular chat. You know, people like the spirit box nights. This seems to be a pretty good hit.
Yeah.
So, and if I could ever get my ghost box, my portal to do right, I'll probably start using it a little more often. But I think something's wrong with the SB7 that I've got.
Yeah.
So, but I'm gonna be working that out probably here pretty soon.
Yeah.
But I just want to add a little bit more to the channel than just exploring and paranormal. I'm thinking about probably doing, you know, once I get to where I can do a StreamYard, you know, pay for StreamYard, I'll go back to rotating, you know, Monday nights chat, Tuesday nights, spirit box night, Wednesday night, you know, just rotate it out. Maybe taking a night or two off during the week, just as a little break.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just I'm happy the way that it's going right now. I hate that I can't put up content during the summertime, but you know, over the last year, my body has not liked the heat at all. I get very bad headaches when I'm out in the heat too long.
Yeah.
And if I do feel froggy, if I go out to film a cemetery during the day, I make sure I get 2 of them. That way I've got content for a month, but I'll pay for it the next 3 or 4 days in a row.
Yeah. Hey, Jimmy, how you doing? Appreciate you coming in.
During the fall is when I'm going to start. Fall and spring is when I'll be doing most of my content.
Yeah, that's what I try to do most of. I didn't do a whole lot this summer, but if we do, I did go down to the Purple Cemetery, and good Lord, you talking about hot. And I said, next time we're going to just wait and try to do that towards the end of the night and stuff like that. Maybe it'll cool down a little bit, but it still ain't cooled off a lot. Hey, Jonathan and friends, Crossover Paranormal, I'm lurking. Appreciate you, Don, for coming in. Thank you so much.
See, Dan, D&M Paranormal, they're the same way. Their summers, their downtime too.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of hard to get to go out and film, especially when you're into paranormal stuff and doing a lot of exploring. You know, you either had to do it early in the morning to film it, or really late at night. And you know, which late at night is pretty cool to me, but
well, even early in the morning, like the other morning I got up. It was got up, fixed my coffee, and somewhere around 9 o'clock, I went outside to check the temp, and it was already 75 degrees outside.
Yeah.
And just humid.
Yeah. Let me play the halftime video right quick so I can go get another drink and take a little quick intermission and stuff, and we'll be back, and then we'll do a close out of our show. Let's see, it'll be about a 2-minute video. Let's see. Since you are a veteran, buddy, I'm gonna play my veteran video right quick.
Awesome.
And I would love to add you on there too. Okay.
All right.
So everybody, I'll be back in a few minutes, and enjoy. Oh, okay. Welcome back. I appreciate y'all sticking around for that. Uh, I do want to say thanks to everybody that has served, and some gave all and didn't come back home. So I do appreciate each and every one of them for that. And thank you also again, Sam, for serving too.
Thank you.
So, is anything you want to tell us about your channel anymore? Uh, then give us the way we can find you on YouTube or.
Yeah, you can just I don't know, somebody was asking a while ago about dropping the link. I don't know if they did or not, but you can find me, just type in Exploring with Sam TV and it should take you right to it.
Okay. Uh, that is very interesting right there. That that's how I looked you up when I was trying to find your email because the Facebook Messenger
Yeah.
didn't work good. Every
Yeah.
time I type it in, it
If
said
you
error.
if anybody needs to reach out to me about anything, my email is also listed in the about section.
Yeah.
So
May has got you your link right there. Everybody can tap on that, and it'll go over there and let's, like I said, let's help to get him up. How many subscribers? You said 885.
I'm at 880 right now.
88. Okay. So let's try to reach and get him to. Let's get him over 900. That is our goal. Get him over 900. So that's what 25, 30, 30 subs right here. So I like to see him get over 900. If anybody can, please share him out. Please share everything he can, and we'll really appreciate it. We'll be on here for another 15 more minutes. Get your family, get your friends, get you go to the
Get,
cemetery and get
get your
all
dog, your cat, your hamsters.
uh, and please go over and play. Do you have a playlist?
Uh, yeah, I haven't added anything to it in quite a while because like I said, during the summertime, I'm not really
Yeah.
doing anything unless I feel froggy. But um, once the weather starts cooling down, I'll start adding to the playlist. A lot more.
Okay. Uh, yeah, go over and play his playlist. It is in here twice. Sam's thing. There's the other one. Exploring with SamTv. Both under the same link. So you ain't got no reason not to click the link. I was in here twice. Uh, Baby Girl 5, she dropped her link. Like I said, go check all these links out and everything. Appreciate you, Lisa. Thank you so much for coming in here. And it's already lunchtime in Australia. Can you believe that? I'm getting ready to go to bed.
Woo.
She is 14 hours ahead of me. So she's what, 15 hours ahead of you? You're in
Yeah,
Central Time, ain't you? Good
I
Lord.
tell you, there's one place here in Tennessee I want to check out, and that's Stones River Battlefield.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That place is supposed to be active as all get out. There's a place on the battlefield where there are like big stones everywhere where the
Yeah.
soldiers used to hide and shoot at the enemy. That place is a lot of people. Well, there's a channel that I uh, watched back a couple of years ago, and they got a lot of activity in that area.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. That is. Uh, KK shared you guys on Insta stories, but tagged the wrong crossover.
oh,
Yeah, I don't think I'm in there on the uh, Instagram as crossover, just regular Jonathan Myers on Instagram. On TikTok, I am Crossover Paranormal Society. Uh, I don't do much on those two platforms. Go
Yeah.
say to a few people that's not on Facebook and stuff like that. That's on Instagram.
If I usually post anything on Facebook, it automatically goes to Instagram anyway. So
Yeah, I went to David Crockett's birthplace in Tennessee. Oh, that's cool. Uh, in a few minutes, I know it probably will take a couple of days, but just check and see if we can got you up, moved up a few
okay,
people. Because I feel like on the public television station they used to do that marathon every year.
yeah,
That's why this is going to be. We're going to do a marathon. Um, so I did POW for 10 years. Oh, okay, that's awesome. I don't know if it's haunted. Yeah, some of the places can very well be. Just like there's this place down here that where we go to, me and my dad would go hang out. It's an old living historical farm. It's called Horn Creek Historical Living Farm,
yeah.
and I was going to try to see if I can't get that place and do it. They always told me the ones that works there says it's not haunted, but when I first went there, they didn't have no furnishings in the house, no chairs, nothing like that. And several last years here, last 10, 15 years, they started adding stuff into the house, buying stuff from different states that
Yeah.
was in that year, around early 1900s and on back, because the
And that,
kids who lived there fought in the Civil War.
yeah,
So it had to be around 1860s and on back. So
right.
they've been buying like the old cook stove goes into the kitchen, the old wood stove and things like that. Well, to me, I think a lot of that has attachment. It might not be from the family that's there. It could be from somewhere else.
Exactly. Exactly.
You never know what you're bringing into the house. So
There's a place here in Tullahoma where I'm from, um, and it's on the most haunted list in Tennessee. I tried to get into it. They use it as a performing arts center now. There is a also a history place that's attached to the somewhere around it.
yeah,
Um, they won't allow nobody in there.
yeah,
They just like I said, this area. I don't know if it's just Tennessee or just this small town, but they shy away from people coming in to do any kind of history. I even asked her. I said, can you allow me to come in and film some history stuff because I told her about my channel and she said she would have to ask. She took my number down, never heard a thing.
yeah. They do that a lot. See, we were going to do the Annie Griffin's museum up here in town. Everything in there is about the Annie Griffin show, about the Matlock show that he did. They
Yeah.
actually had his uniform that he had on the show with Matlock. They wore in the courtroom.
Wow.
It's actually there, and I had my dad to go in there because at the time I couldn't hardly walk because I had broke my ankle and I was just recovering. I just had started getting back in the truck, and I didn't want to go walk in there and then turn around and have to walk back. So
Right.
I just let him go in, and if thing, I can go ahead and park the truck and go on in there. That woman had a really ugly attitude with my dad, just almost just about cussed him out. Yeah,
Dan made a point that I should try to make a small donation in return for a little time there. I even told her, that's what I told her. I said I could make a donation. You can tell me, about the history and off camera. And I even asked her, I said, can I come in and film and not show nobody's face if people's in there? And
yeah,
they just don't want to do it.
yeah. It's just crazy. I mean, it's just so crazy. Uh, yeah, like I said though, it's just a iffy. It's according on who is in charge of that day. The reason why because we asked permission at the police department if we can go to the cemetery. One dude told us, "Yeah, go ahead and go on. He don't see a problem with it." And he even told us to knock on a tombstone, a tall tombstone in that cemetery, and it should knock back with us.
Huh.
Me and my dad was out there at 12 o'clock in the morning knocking on the daggone tombstones all the way, and there's over 6,000 graves in there. And we ain't found nothing yet. We knocked so many times our knuckles was bleeding. I told my
That's,
dad if anybody could see us out here, they would think we're a nut but a bunch of nuts.
and I guarantee you, he was probably parked somewhere watching you.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I about guarantee he would. He's like, look at them fools out there.
Knocking on tombstones.
But I probably
There's
would have died if something did knock back, though. You know,
yeah.
I'd be like, okay.
There's also another place, and I actually walked up inside and talked to a lady that runs the place. They use it as an arts place now, where people go in and learn how to paint and do paintings and stuff like that. It's the first and only house in that time era that was built out of brick. They
Yeah.
hauled the brick down from New York. Two sisters lived there. They both died in that house. I asked her, I said, do you hear anything or experience anything going on? She goes, you won't catch me here after dark.
Yeah.
Just put it that way.
Yeah.
But she said that I got to look around and she showed me a few things. I got the guy's card, sent him an email, never heard nothing back.
Yeah. God. That's really crazy because a lot of these places, a lot of people don't know too. If you put something out there saying it's haunted, there's a lot of people go to these haunted places, not to
Yep.
film, not to do anything, but just have that experience, you know.
Right.
And it can boost up their sales, and it can boost up their stuff they have, you know.
Yeah. Well, I think that that too is they don't want these locations given out. They're scared that they're going to have, like me, for instance, they'll start having, a bunch of people wanting to come and they just don't want to mess with anything like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I even told them, I do not give out locations of where I'm filming. That's one thing YouTube kind of doesn't like you to do is give locations out
Yeah.
to places.
I said they was probably hiding and watching. They probably was.
Yeah.
They probably sitting up there drinking coffee, eating donuts. Look at that fool over there knocking on that one. I let the spirits in my house as long as they follow the rules. Demons don't stay long when they show up. Yeah. Yes, that's good. Native Wild Man. That's why we never give out locations of our cemeteries we go to. Yeah, we don't normally give out our locations. When we go to our big cemetery that I was telling you about, was knocking on all them stones. It's out plain. Everybody knows it's there. It's just,
Yeah.
We're the only people I know that goes film there. But we don't give out the locations. I try to stay away from the name of the cemetery majority of the time.
Yeah.
Just like my family cemetery, I say it's Lawson and the Sawyer Cemetery. It's stuck out in the middle of so sticks. The national, the GPS don't have the coordinates of it. You
Right.
just know that's where it's at.
Yeah.
So that's reason why.
That's
We-
like the cemetery that I go to that's really, really active that I saw the red eyes. I don't give out the name of it either. I just call it Voodoo Cemetery because that's the witch, she was into kind of voodoo type stuff. So we just named it Voodoo Cemetery.
That's like when we named the cemetery down in place down yonder we go to. We call it the Purple Cemetery. Because I really don't know the name of the cemetery neither to start with, so I just call it the Purple Cemetery because it's got the purple light in it.
Right.
And so it's really wild. Some place don't want to give people by people either, because there's some explorers out there that cause problems for business and other creators. Yep, you're right. That's that is one of the biggest things. It's just like when we was growing up, when you used to go all these places and fish. Now people don't want you to go to their ponds to fish because people leave trash.
Right.
It's the same way with investigations. You know, people getting tired of this, all this stuff like this. So that's the reason why they just say no more, forget about it, don't even come ask me no more. You know, and that hurts everybody. That really does hurt everybody you can think of.
Yeah, it does.
Hey, Mr. Yarndaw, how you doing, buddy? Appreciate you coming in. So it's kind of cool looking, but it hurts a lot of people when they do that, uh, and that's the reason why you can't hardly go do nothing anymore, just for that reason.
Yep.
Like the uh, Devil's Trampling Ground here in North Carolina. I'm
Yeah.
not sure.
I've heard of that place.
I want to go, but they have got no trespassing signs up now because somebody went there and they found trash scattered all around in the woods and everything like that. So you have to have special permission and go and talk to them, be on their
Yeah.
get on their good side to get into
Right.
that place, you know.
Right.
But I would love to go to the Devil's Stomping Ground, and I would try my best to stay there all night long.
Yeah.
But they say that place is crazy because there's this dude tried to camp out there in the middle of the circle one night, and he put his tent up, put his sleeping bag up, and everything right in the middle of the circle. And next morning he woke up, everything he had was on the outside of the circle, and he don't even remember getting up and moving.
That's crazy.
So whatever it was picked him up and moved him,
Yeah.
tent and everything.
There's a church there in North Carolina. I don't know if you know about it or not, called St. Barnabas.
I've heard of it. I don't know a lot about it.
That place is crazy. There's a pianist there. Her name is Mary. She'll play the piano. I had a cat ball just take off and start freaking rolling. Nobody was around it.
Yeah.
As we was filming the graveyard, because there's a difference between a cemetery and a graveyard. If a church is sitting on the property, it's called a graveyard.
Yeah.
If there ain't no church, it's just a cemetery. But we was out filming the graveyard, and we had all kinds of crap going on. All kinds of stuff. That place is active crazy.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. We went to, my cousin and my aunt came and visited my dad. My aunt stayed with my dad for about 2 weeks. My cousin and her family, they went to California, to Disney World or Disneyland, whichever one's in California. And they spent a week there because it was their daughter's birthday. So my aunt came and spent a couple of weeks with my dad because she can't do that long travel, and she don't fly, she don't get on a boat or nothing like that. So she just came stay with my dad. And they done everything was over with. So my cousin, when they came back, she came back to my dad's house to pick up my aunt and everything, and we went to the African American church down here next where I live at. We was actually talking to a guy, and he said, "Yeah, I don't see a problem with y'all going up there because he one takes care of the cemetery."
Right.
And he was a white guy, and he said, "I think of them two people in that cemetery always my mom and daddy, because he said I growed up with them, I hung out with them, and all the thing." And he said, "Yeah, I don't see a problem with it." So he said, "Go on up there. It don't matter if anybody says anything. Tell them come and talk to me about it." So we was up there at night at the cemetery. It was on one side of the road, and you got to walk up in a diagonal to the church.
Right.
And we got some crazy responses in the cemetery itself. They was accurate. They was right on the money. And we was standing in front of the people's grave that he was telling us about, where he claims it's his mom and daddy, and come out on the spirit box. I asked, I said, can you tell us your name? And it gave us the name was on that tombstone, his and her name.
Wow.
Yes. And we stood there for probably at least good 30, 45 minutes in the cemetery. And then we walked across the road and got around to the church. Me and my cousin saw a shadow figure in the window. It actually walked by and blocked out the light in between the other window. And
That's crazy.
that, that guy told us that there's also the piano and still in that church, and that piano started playing on the spirit box.
Wow.
They was having a sermon inside the church.
That's it's funny that you was talking about shadow figures. St. Barnabas Church, I caught 2 apparitions up there that night.
That's cool. Wild Man's got a question for you. Have you heard of Shadowland? Most haunted place. It's a website.
No, I haven't. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, that place is really wild, and we're actually going to try to go back to do it again. We're going to talk to the guy again and see if we can't make it as our regular location to go to.
I've got those pictures of apparitions right here if you want to see them.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
I don't know how well they're going to show up on the camera, but here's one that was close up.
Let me figure out how to get you up close here.
You ought to be able to go to my picture and hit the 3 little dots, and it should say solo layout.
Yeah, so there you go.
Right here is one that I caught.
Yeah.
And this is where I enhanced it, and you could see the 2.
Oh, yeah.
That right there is the woman that I had the close up of, and there was another one that was in.
That is so wild. That is pretty cool, man. I wish we could have got the shadow on camera when we did that over at the African American church. That would be pretty cool. And the only reason why we stopped there at the church because we heard some good things about that place because the guy was telling us about it.
Yeah.
After we done seen that, we done heard the spirit box, the piano playing on it and everything and all. I went and sat back in the truck. My aunt and my dad was already in the truck, and I told my cousin, I said, it's getting a little chilly out here. I want to just go ahead and go sit down. Plus, I was getting tired standing. I've been up on my feet all day and everything. And she said, I'm going to stand outside a little bit. I said, okay. She was standing outside the truck, talking to him, having a window down and everything. And it wasn't long she was getting in that truck because there was actually a horse trotting behind her, but there wasn't no horse there. You can hear his feet hitting the asphalt. You can hear his horseshoes hitting the asphalt. And boy, she didn't have time to open up the door to get in the truck. She said, well, I've had enough of that now.
Did anybody capture it or catch it on?
No, we wasn't filming. We were just out loafing around.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, we were just loafing and just having fun, spending time with my family,
Yeah, yeah.
And it was really wild.
That's the way it goes, though, sometimes. If you're not out filming something or you don't have a camera sitting there with you and you're just out, you're going to – stuff like that happens. But when you got a camera and stuff, it's like, no, we ain't doing it.
Last night, prime example for last night, I set up cat toys all around. I had 11 cat toys laying out everywhere in a big circle. I didn't even have the camera started yet. They was going off. As soon as I cut the camera on, nothing. No cat toys going off nowhere.
Spirits didn't want to be filmed.
Yeah. And one of my crocheting channels that I follow, she came in last night, and she said, "I just heard it said, stop it,
Oh,
come out across the spirit box."
yeah.
So it's pretty wild. A lot of people don't think about how difficult it is, and it when we go out and we do capture something there, it does make us feel happy and warm inside because we caught something there
Yep.
to disclaim somebody's answers. But far as just doing it for fun of it, it's the greatest thing we like to do, and it does make us tickle to death, because we find something and see something other.
Yeah. But that's like I was saying earlier. When you're doing paranormal stuff, you're not going to get something every time you go. You may go to a place a dozen times and may catch something 3,
Yeah,
6,
yeah. That the same way with the bridge. I've been to the bridge a couple of times, didn't get nothing, didn't even get a fly bite. And that one time I got pinched on the bridge. And then all that crazy stuff. And when that recliner was out there on the bridge, out there on the road we investigate,
Yeah.
that was really crazy. And when whoever took it home with them, or the people from the landfill cleaned up the road or whatever, the spirits got ill with that. But they was crazy. They was mad because that recliner got gone.
That belonged to them.
Yes, I think it had attachment to it. I think somebody was killed in that recliner or died in that recliner. One or
Probably.
two happened.
Yeah, could have.
Said that's when you stash a camera somewhere and forget about it. That's probably what I do. I probably would forget about it. I had to go back next day and get it.
Yep.
Because we went to my family cemetery and I left a recorder up there playing for 5 hours. And I remember, oh crap, I left my recorder up there. And it was raining. I went back and that thing was still playing, still recording.
Mm.
Yeah. I had over 8 hours of recording on that daggone recorder I was listening to. All I heard crickets and bugs a hollering and everything else. And I couldn't
That's
listen to it because I fell asleep listening to all them crickets.
yeah. That reminds me. Last Halloween, I was filming a Halloween special at a cemetery, and I got everything packed up and had left my 2 K2s out there at the cemetery. Well, it's done been 3 hours later, and it's freaking dark outside, and I got to unpacking my bag and putting my camera up and taking the card out of it, and I noticed that my K2s were missing. It's 8:30 at night. It's already dark. I truck on up to the cemetery, and them freaking K2s are going off. I'm like, y'all didn't go off the whole time I was filming this video, and I'm not filming nothing. These K2s are just sitting there steady going off.
Yeah. Vicky says she remembers that because she was I was live that night at the family cemetery because I had that little black box, and she was there in the live that night, and she remembers that. And I texted her, I'm in Messenger on Facebook, and I told her, I said, I forgot my recorder. I had to go back and get it. And it was like at 2:00 in the morning when I realized. And I got back up out of bed and got my dad, and we went to the cemetery and got the recorder, and that booger was still playing though. That was crazy. I thought it done fried it since it was raining,
Yeah.
It was still going though. All righty. What was you gonna say, bud?
Timmy down there said that's when the spirits were having fun. Yeah, I left and they just having fun. They just making them K2s just.
Yeah, that's what is your favorite piece of equipment that if you was to get out and you see a cemetery on the side of the road and you just want to get out and film it or whatever, without thinking, what would you just reach in there and grab out of your bag without, like, at the last minute?
Minus the camera, I would have to say probably the K2 because I don't have very much as far as like I've got two K2s, I've got two cat balls, and I've got a mini rim pod.
Oh, okay.
So outside of that, it would probably have to be one of the either K2s that I have, just to reach it. If something was going on, I'd of course you'd grab your camera and just
Yeah.
reach in there and grab a K2 just to see if
Yeah.
something's there.
That's pretty cool right there. I wouldn't know what mine would be. Mine probably be either be the Gizmo doll or the cat toys. Probably be one of my
Yeah,
biggest things I can go to because I can't never seem to remember my K2. Like last night, I was looking for my K2 in my bag. I didn't see it. On the side of my bag, I got these little pockets on the side.
yeah.
I didn't look in the pockets, and there's my K2 when I found it this morning when I was getting my bag stuff out the truck. And I was ill because I thought, man, I done left that daggone thing somewhere and don't know where it's at. And it was right there in my bag the whole time. I didn't even
Yeah.
think about leaning over my bag and looking there it sits.
Yeah.
I personally think this that sometimes the spirits just don't want to live in there, but you are recording it, you might get a show. Yeah, yeah, they do show out once in a while, when especially when they got a recorder going, because most time you will catch something, you know, far as that is.
Yeah.
I would love to go to that place right there, Fort Leonard Wood. That's where my dad was stationed at when he was in the army.
Yeah. Where's that at?
That's in Missouri.
Is it really?
Yeah, up around St. Louis. My dad was stationed at Fort Bragg down in North Carolina towards the East Coast, and then he went to St. Louis, Missouri for more of combat engineering. He built bridges and turned around and sent them to smithereens.
Well,
So, but after he got in there and everything, he got going. He ended up being the first cook. So he didn't do all that. He got to sit around and ride around in the truck and didn't have to do nothing. I
yeah.
thought that's my kind of party.
Yep.
All right, man. I hope we got you some subscribers tonight. If we'll have to do it again when we get more people in here again, and help you reach on up there a little more.
Sounds good.
So I hope you had a good time tonight, and I really enjoyed having you here.
I enjoyed it. I
Uh,
enjoyed it.
Everybody, like I said, please go over and help Sam out and jump on his channel, do all the good YouTube stuff, show him all kinds of uh, things on there. Make sure you can try to play his playlist and leave a couple comments here and there and stuff like that. Just help him out. He's a good friend. He's a good guy. I enjoy watching him. Uh, Maybe this fall, next spring, this fall, you might see a little more. He might get out there and do something for us, and so like it won't be so doggone hot. That's for sure.
That's for sure.
So, would you like to interview me? I would. Yes, I would love to have you on my channel if you're interested in coming up. Uh, I do have every Sunday between now and end of the year open. So if y'all are available any of them Sundays, just let me know and I will get it booked. Uh,
That will be an interesting interview right there, because Vegas has got some tales
yeah,
about some places she's been to. I'm here to tell you.
yeah. I've seen some of their stuff, some of their work, and like that night, the premiere I seen today was really, 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 really awesome. I think they had the spirits moving around on them or something. I heard her say, and that was pretty funny. Let's see. She said, "Oh, that's good. Good show. Thanks, Jonathan and Sam." appreciate you coming in. Thank you so much. May, I thank you also, and you and Native Wild Man is my 2 channel members, and this is for y'all. Let me get that. Let me say thank you to my channel members right. So
that's cool.
That's for my channel members. Let's see. And I'm crazy. Thanks, Sam.
No problem.
Jonathan and Sam, take it light, folks. Appreciate you so much, man. Thank y'all for coming in. Thank you. Cat and Mouse, they played Cat and Mouse. Yeah, they was back and forth right there. I remember that. Everybody have a blessed night. Great show, John. Thank you, Vicky. Appreciate you so much for coming in, hanging out with me. Come on, computer. Yes, being did Vegas. So thank y'all. Appreciate y'all so much, Sam. And
thank you for having me up.
And no problem. And we will do this again, and we'll try to help you out when you get up to 1K and get you over 1K so that it'll stick for a while.
Yeah.
So if you get a chance and you want to come back on, just let me know what time and which Sunday you're free, and we'll get you back up again. And we'll
work
again, okay?
Sounds good.
Please, everybody, please go check out Sam. Get on his YouTube channel and just hit all them buttons and do all kinds of stuff. Leave him some nice comments and everything.
Nice, bad, dirty, I don't care. I accept them all.
So y'all have a wonderful, blessed night. Thank y'all so much. Hey, Fox Explorer, how you doing? Appreciate you coming in. Thank you. Adventures with Vegas, awesome. So appreciate y'all. Let me find my end of video. So if you want to stick around for a few minutes after the show, Sam, we'll talk for a second and then we'll get on out of here.
All righty.
Bye-bye, everybody. Have a good one.